Good morning, Chuck Carstensen, and live video here in the office. And wanted to cover a topic that, at first, if you read it, like, well, we're starting the year now. 3 reasons why we're starting the year now. First of all, and some of you have heard this before, I'm doing this, that's just the TV in the background. I'm doing this sitting down so I could grab some stuff. 12-week year, and I know this flips, so maybe I have to hold it upside down. 12-week year is a book and kind of a course and a guideline I've now been using. This will be my 5th cycle, meaning I started using it last September to end the year. And then now, if you take the 12-week year, it's actually each quarter becomes a year. So, and I said we, because my team's been doing it all year in 2018. And obviously, you've seen the teams expanded, Michelle, Stacy, we've had Esther, our assistant, for a while, and now my wife, Melissa, and my cousin Barbara Lee are on our team. So the 12-week year is something I'll explain a little bit, but it's the reason why I'm starting my year now. So October 1st is a new year. And one of the main reasons I like to do the 12-week year, it's been working. So the results in the 12-week year is when I started at that last quarter, or a little bit before the last quarter last year, I did it with a group of people, not actually my team, but some cool superhumans I work with, and my results are better. I was coming off of a poor quarter and I needed to just get something going, because sometimes this time of year, let's say you're in business or even in your work or even on your health and fitness goals, or think of those things that you want to be doing right now that you're not doing. Sometimes you just need a shift. You need to reset. You need to restart. And you may do this at the beginning of the year in January. You have some resolutions and goals, and you start for a few days, few weeks, and you're like, oh my God, this is just grueling. I can't do this for the whole year. But in the 12-week year, you can easily do something for 12 weeks. And some of the stuff I write down for goals are not like, let's do it all 12 weeks. Let's get them implemented. Let's get started. And that's, how I've orchestrated using the 12-week year and now bringing it into our team's business. What I find each 12 weeks I get better. So that's why my year is starting now. October 1st is a new year for me. And I encourage you, if you're in mortgages, real estate, you have a multi-level marketing business, or you're somebody who wants to make a little extra money and do some extra business, or somebody who wants to get better in your health, like the 12-week year is a great way to get started. So this one, a lot of people watch our live video tours of the home. Some people watch my, Vikings versus Packers predictions. I got like 1,100 views on that, tons of comments and shares. So this one's more of a actual live show where I'm giving you a little bit of feedback, advice on what I'm doing to help make my business and my life work a little more effectively. So one more time, because sometimes people join live or some people watch the recording. 12-week year is what I use for my shorter term planning. My whole team does it in real estate, and it just makes things go smoother. So now with the new year, if you're somebody in the past who started January 1st as the new year, with the new year, you have that little extra energy, okay? Meaning I was super tired this morning, but I still got up early. I did the workout. I got that out of the way. I've been reading one of Brendan Burchard's books, and there was something where you write down some notes, and I got that out. I did that already this morning. Of course, we got the kids off to school. I mean, they got on the bus or however they get to school. I've got a kid that drives, so that also helps get off to school. So got them off to school. Now I'm in the office, and after I do this video, I'm going to be making a bunch of phone calls. Then after I make some phone calls, I'm going to be talking to my sister Michelle on the team. So I've really started to structure my day more effectively to get more done, because I got tons of stuff going on, as you probably do as well. And it just makes it easier when you use that structure. So starting the year now, if you, like I said earlier, if you're in mortgage or real estate or have some multiple level marketing type of business, like you need to start the year over now, because it takes about 60 to 120 days to get momentum and get results, meaning whatever I do now, typically I'm not going to call somebody now and they'll immediately lead to a sale and closing in a month. It has happened, but typically the calls I make now, you make some follow-up, and then eventually they become a buyer or seller. And that's why when you do it now, the results actually start to show up in 60 or 120 days. So it's very, very important to actually be consistently working on something and not taking that break. So the 12-week year is why I'm starting my year now. We do it as a team. Now, if I just did this on my own, nobody's holding me accountable. I'm the main person on my team that helps hold my team a little more accountable. And I'm going to admit, like when I started this, I didn't do as well as I wanted. I'd have goals and tasks. So I have like 3 areas that I set goals in: business, spending time with the family, and then overall faith, financing, fitness, financials. That's kind of a catch-all category. And the first time I did it, I was not that good at it. I did some well and some not that good. Second time, did a little bit better. Third time, did a little bit better. Fourth time, it's like, okay, now I'm really figuring out how my life works. And this time I'm super excited to do it, and that's one reason I'm sharing the video. So I feel like now that I've been doing the 12-week year for a year, I figured out, okay, what do I really need to do? What's not as super important to do? What can I tweak just to do a little bit better? And how can I actually create space in my life, not make it where it's doing extra things and just spinning the wheel? So I'm this period helping coach my team even more on it, because if they obviously do better, they're going to feel better about their self, and I'm going to get the results myself and help my team do better. So doing it as a team, if you were to do something like start your year now and take some of this advice you're doing, you want to do it with at least one other person. It's good to do it with 3 or 4 people. And a lot of you out there watching this video or watching the replay have done some sort of accountability group. You're not, I really don't hold them accountable. They got to hold themselves accountable. But if we review what they wrote down, why they want it, how they're going to do it, it just makes it go more effectively. So also, I'm going to look at one of my notes I wrote down in this video while I do it so I don't miss it. So what happens is, like I said before, you feel really great when you're doing this. It's like a new year. But if you only have 12 weeks to do it, if some of the things you write down as your short-term 12-week year goals aren't exactly right, like I said, you can tweak them and change them. You're not like stuck for the whole year. A lot of times in business, people burn out. Maybe they're already burnt out, but they burn out this time of year like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to reach my goals. I give up. Real estate, especially Minnesota, is notorious for like taking half the fourth quarter off. Oh, we got Thanksgiving, we got Halloween, we got Christmas coming up. Like, that's dumb. I don't even think the real estate market actually slows down in Minnesota. I think the realtors slow down and the people are like, my realtor's kind of lazy, so we'll be lazy too and not buy or sell houses. That's not us. That's not the Carstensen team. We're super motivated, super wanting to help you. And the real estate market is actually good. A lot of the things that have been left over are starting to sell again now, just because a lot of people aren't listing because, oh my gosh, soon it's going to be fall and winter, and people don't move in the winter. They do move in the winter, and it's just the people who take the time off that don't help people move. So that's one thing we're not doing. So yeah, just to summarize it, obviously you don't even know what the 12-week year is other than, I stuck this book where I got my goals written in front of you. But just the main point of this, find a way to restart what you wanted to do either at the beginning of the year or what you would write down January 1st now. Write down a couple areas of health, finance, fitness, whatever, business. Write down 2 or 3 goals and start to do them. Start to do them now. Do it as a team. Find 2 or 3 other people that want to do those kind of things to help hold you accountable. And the reason you do this is because whatever you're doing now, normally if it's a business thing or even health, like you can lose 5 pounds this week, but you want to keep that weight off, so you're not really going to see the results you want until 60 to 120 days. So you got to start now if you want to have, a great 2019 for sure. So hope this helps somebody. I'll share it on my personal page. You might have noticed the title, Real Life Live. So one of the things I'm doing in this 12-week period is doing more live shows with content not necessarily specific to real estate, although there's some connection to real estate here. Doing live shows to help people, give you some tips, motivate you, give you some ideas, piss you off because you're like, damn it, I don't want to do any of that. Whatever it is, that's the goal here, is to help you out. So, or make you mad because you think that's a dumb idea to do extra things and make your life better. I'm sure you don't think that's a bad idea. So thanks for watching. You're always welcome to share, comment, message me, tag somebody, and ask any questions. Otherwise, have a blessed day.